Hey everyone, this is Alonda. Thank you for joining. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on my time on Zepbound. So, as you know, I've been on Zepbound. This is roughly week 3 going into week 4. I think you can argue I've been on the medication for 19 days. 19 days I've been on Zepbound, and I've seen great weight loss. And I say I've seen it, but more or less on the scale. I don't really feel it in my face. I don't really see it in my face. I haven't checked my body per se, other than just stepping on the scale. But what I am trying to say is, being on Zepbound just for the last 19 days, there are 2 things I do want to address. One is, I am a pretty hydrated person, just periodically. Like, I drink water, I chew ice. That's because I'm anemic. We've talked about that before. But I do drink water. So this is the container that I pretty much use all the time. Pretty much all the time, because it really does hold ice really, really well. And I chew on a lot of ice. But also, if it's in the car and I come back, it's still cold. Like, I don't have an issue. And I know some people are really big on the big ones that you hold right now. I'm not going to say a name. And that's cool. Hey, whatever works for you. But this is what works for me. But I'm noticing I'm going to have to increase my water intake. And I say I need to increase because there have been 2 nights where I've had severe muscle cramping. And it's usually in my right leg. I'll tell you why that's noticeable. But it's usually in my right leg, and they last for about 2 to 3 minutes. But they hurt like hell. Like, you can see and feel the muscle twitching in my leg. I mean, it's like gyrating, and I'm rubbing in the middle of the night, trying to make it go away. But it's happened twice. Now, I say it's noticeable in my right leg because I have a history of blood clots that appeared August of 2022. I was placed on a medication for birth control, and within about 3 weeks, my legs started having some issues, and I ended up going to the emergency room like 4 times. Kid you not, 4 times. Well, actually, once urgent care, 3 times emergency room. And they couldn't figure it out. Finally, on the 4th visit, they said, we're just going to figure this out. You're not going home until we can figure this out. And by that point, I was literally dragging my leg across the floor. I was at school literally dragging my leg on the floor. It got to the point where I was having a hard time driving because I couldn't really use my right leg. I was having to use my left leg to go back and forth. But we ended up finding that I had blood clots in my right leg, and I had blood clots in my left leg as well due to that medication. So I was taking off the medication ASAP. Like, they went in, took it out. Nope, can't use this anymore. And I was placed on a blood thinner. So I was on blood thinner about 1.5 years. And note, there is no history of blood clots in my family. We also ran tests on that to make sure that the blood clot only came from that medication. And I've never had a history of blood clots. I know no one in my family that's had a history of blood clots. And like I said, we solidified that information by having the blood test run. But I do still have 1 blood clot in my right leg, and it has metastasized. It's hardened, and they pretty much feel like it's not going to move. So, circling back, I don't know if the night spurts that I was having in my right leg has anything to do with the fact that that blood clot is there. But I can tell you that I have started to increase my water intake. Like I said, I usually drink about 3 of these in a day. I'm going to have to figure out a way to make it a 4th. because I don't like those. Those are not fun. And if anyone else has been on Zepbound and has found that they are having muscle spasms, let me know, because I know for me, I've had them twice. Not a fan of them. Yeah, not a fan. The other issue that I've noticed is dealing with my lady parts. My menstrual cycle is typically 7 days, and they are 7 strong days. I've been a 7-dayer since I was in almost high school. Like 7 days strong, all day long. That's what I do. But I just recently, because of the medication, this is what I'm saying. I'm not a health expert, but there's no reason why it should change my cycle. But right now, I'm on day 9 of my menstrual. Day 9. Not fun. As I stated in a previous video, my cycles are like murder scenes. I take out the tampon, plus being on the blood thinner. Ah, ha, ha. Now stuff is starting to make sense to you. So, having an extended period is not something I like or prefer, or my wallet appreciates, because I go through tampons like crazy. So, we'll see how it goes next week, or not next week, but next month. So in March, when I'm on my cycle again, if it is also a 9-dayer. I will say this is day 9 on my cycle, and there's still flow. But it seems like it wants to ease up. It looks like it's wanting to be done, kind of like I'm wanting it to be done. I think it's wanting to be done, but I'll keep you updated on that. So overall, I do have a weight loss. I just got on the scale just a moment ago, and I'm at 151.5. 151.5. Keeping in mind that my starting weight just 19 days ago was 264.7 pounds. So doing good. Very, very, very excited. Doing good. Yeah. So tomorrow I do see my doctor. She is going to check my weight loss and determine if I'm going to stay on the 5 milligram, or if I'll move. No, what am I on? I'm on 2.5. See if I'm going to stay on the 2.5 or if she'll move me up to 5 milligrams. So I'll keep you posted. If I don't tell you tomorrow, I will tell you on Wednesday when I do my next video. So until then, thank you for giving me about 10 minutes of your day. And stay hydrated if you're on Zepbound. Take care.